Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into this episode where I have a very important sell update video for you on Bitcoin. We'll be going over a very important sell setup that I have for you. Now I just want to mention one thing, that I'm thinking about doing live streams on the weekly close of every week. So just leave a comment and a like on this video if you would like to see that. I'm thinking about even doing a couple a week if people are enjoying these videos. So let's get started. Firstly, I just want to go on the longer term time frame for Bitcoin. Obviously, we all know that Bitcoin has had a decently sized drop from 65 down to the 30k region. Now, I just want to go over the basics for you. Here, how trends work. We get a breakout in one direction. We'll get a trading range that will go sideways to diagonal in this type of direction, and then we'll get a sideways movement. That is a whole entire trend. The breakout, the channel, and we've got the trading range. Now is a whole new setup. We'll then get a breakout in a new direction. We'll then get a channel. And we'll get another trading range. And again, we've had the whole market cycle there. So once we've done one market cycle, we go through one market cycle, we have the second market cycle, we go into the third market cycle, and we'll decide which direction we do want to go. So here, I just want to show you that this is exactly what's happened. Look, we've had a big breakout, and obviously this is to the downside. So we'll change that one to red. So we've had a breakout, right? And if we scroll in here, so we'll come on to the 4 hour, which was why I was going to start on. As you can see here, we've definitely gone sideways. So as you can see, we've got some areas here. We've got this high, this high, this high, this high, that are all acting as a resistance level. And funnily enough, if we come across here with this high and these two highs coming across here, this is actually the level we're at today. And as you can see, we definitely had some rejection. We had a little bit of rejection the first bar, then we came into this level and had instantly a 10% rejection. So there was obviously a lot of volume there, a lot of large whales having either sell orders or getting into their short positions, or what was most commonly was actually getting out of their long positions. Now, just to quickly sidetrack and show you that the trend, trading range, the breakout, the trading range, and the channel, and then the trading range works. As you can see, look, we had a breakout, then we had a channel, and then we're in a bit of a trading range. Then what happened? Again, we had a breakout, then we had a channel, then we had a trading range, then we had another breakout. Right, now we're in a longer term channel here, as you can see. And now we're actually getting into a trading range. As you can see, this is actually coming across, so we're probably going to start. And then again, so we've had a whole market cycle. So again, it just goes to show that they're the three market cycles. We go for a breakout, we go for the channel, and then we go for the trading range. Breakout obviously in one direction, then we usually get a channel that is just slightly tilted into one direction, usually the direction of the trend, and then it will turn into a sideways market, and then it will decide, do we want to break down, go channel, and then sideways down, or are we going to break up and continue the trend? And again, just to reiterate that we are at a resistance level. And as you can see, look, right now we on this 4 hour bar, we instantly had a 2% rejection. So we could easily see a breakdown, another low, and even come and retest this low, if not a lot lower. So as you can see, we're definitely in a bit of a trading range. And the reason I want to bring this up is we'll go back to the weekly. Is that what happens is we get a breakout in one direction, we'll then get a trading rate, we will then get a channel. So again, a channel can be, as I just explained, it will be in the direction of the trend, and it's just usually slightly tilted. So again, here it is just slightly tilted, but it is much more of a trading range. So here you can see we're in sideways action. Because this low here acting as a support, as soon as we get down here, supported. As soon as we got down there, again, we resisted. This high here is a resistance, now we're coming back into there for a resistance. So what I'm expecting here is if this breakout play was to continue, we get this sideways action, this will potentially be the last bounce and the last time to enter short for a decently sized position. And then we potentially come down again for another breakout, channel, trading range. So that is my anticipated sell important target here, and we will bring in some indicators just to back up some of this, but I just want to show you with the technicals that it's definitely showing that we could continue with this sell target that we've got here. So that's something to keep in mind. One thing I also want to show is the Fibonacci retracement. So usually I bring the Fibonacci retracement right from that breakout level, and we bring that down to, we can either bring it to this low or we can bring it down to the lowest low. We can see that the 50% level is just above and the 0.618. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we've had the breakout, a little bit of a channel. We can call this, because we're on the weekly chart here, we're seeing the bars a lot differently. This could have been the channel that was slightly down tilted, and we're going into the trading range quite quickly. So that's why I want to mention that, because what we could have is we could have a small breakout to the upside here. And if we did those targets, these would be the targets. I'd be targeting the $48,000 to $50,000 level, which is a Fibonacci retracement level, and it also perfectly lines up with these resistance levels. There's one in here, but also this one in here, and we've also got a few bars in here that will act as volume triggers. So we can see all these levels in here would be a level that I'd be targeting. But the thing is, it'd be hard, because what you would want is you want to break above this 41.6 level. You want a nice little break, and then you'd only really be targeting this short area above, which is 10%. But by the time you get into the position and you're really confident with it, you might want a bit of a break, and then you want a support and then a continuation up. If that doesn't happen again, you could only be a small percentage of the move, and you got to leave your stop quite far away. So that's not really a high probability play, which is preferably what I like to do. And again, we do have a 1-to-1, which I just want to mention. We do have 2 bear trend bars, and if we do a 1-to-1 and we extend that out, which is absolutely crazy, we've got a target of 11,000. So again, my main trading strategy is using 1-to-1 measured move targets, because I find them to be such high level, and what I find is I actually extend them out to the perfect level, and I find that they hit these levels exactly, and I can actually get, if I shorted that, I can put a buy target at the bottom of double my sell order. So I get out of my order and get into a new order, and I can quickly scalp another couple of percent just within a couple of minutes, because it's a high volume area where either a lot of bots or a lot of people are playing that area. And since it's high volume, a lot of people are playing, if not bots. And that's where you want to trade. You want to trade around these high volume areas where you can get in and out quickly. And again, this is an important sell target and an important alert that I just wanted to give all of you guys. Just to show you here on the 4 hour, I've also brought up the RSI. We can see here the RSI is an extremely oversold area. We nearly hit the 90 on this bar here, which is getting very, very high, sometimes 95. Some of the highest numbers we see. We can also see bearish divergence, and if you haven't got my course, what bearish divergence is right here on the RSI. You can see we're making a lower high, so we've made a high and we're making a higher high. But if you actually come over here and you look at the price, this is where it lines up. You can see it lines up here. What happens with the price? We've actually made a high, so we went from a high to a high to a low, so it's actually different. So when they're changing, it means they're actually diverging. They're going in difference. Usually they're going in the same direction. So when RSI is going up, the price is also extending. But as you can see here, we're actually getting a divergence where one is actually sloping down and the other is actually sloping up, and they'll forever go away from each other. And that is a key signal now to actually potentially take a short on the 4 hour time frame. So you just want to keep that in mind. And this is very, very important that on the weekly and the 4 hour, giving some big sell targets. So I just want you guys to be very, very careful if you're getting into any longs. I'm actually going to be looking for shorts for this week and going into next week, because I think we're at a high volume area right here, and this resistance is not to be messed with in any respect. So I hope you guys have a really good week. Make sure to leave a like and make sure to comment at the bottom if you want weekly live streams and even more videos, and make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying. Thanks for watching.